Hi guys, and welcome back to another masterclass. I'm Nicole.
And I'm Wendy.
And today we're going to take you through how you can ease your anxiety through a process called grounding. So by the end of this masterclass, you guys are going to have an understanding around how anxiety keeps you stuck in your mind and why grounding helps get you back into your body. We're going to go through two very simple but effective grounding techniques to help you calm the nervous system. The first one I will take you through. This is a grounding visualization. And the second one, Wendy will take you through, which is more of a breathing and noticing technique. Both are very powerful and both you can use as an everyday practice or in moments of experiencing anxiety. So we do talk a lot about the mind-body connection. It's definitely a running theme throughout all of our modules and masterclasses. So if you haven't seen our first masterclass, in the email you received this link through, we will also link Masterclass 1, so you can check that one out first.
So why do we want to do grounding and why do we need to do it? When you experience anxiety, we're either thinking about something that's happened in the past or we are fortune telling, mind reading about something that's going to happen in the future.
Yeah.
And what happens is that we have this repetitive thought and then we attach a meaning to that thought and we create the story in our heads and it's like we're going round and round. What is happening is that your body is actually trying to protect you. Your mind is trying to protect you. It's a source of, okay, if I can think of every possible worst case scenario here, we're going to be prepared for it if it happens. And that's the key word, if it happens. However, your body doesn't know the difference between what's a thought versus what's actually reality. And so it responds accordingly. It's responding like that threat is real life and it's there. Your body's going into that fight or flight mode.
Your mind is anywhere but the now.
Yeah, the present moment is not, we're not aware of it.
No. So that's really what grounding helps us do. It helps center us back in the present moment. And so when we're not in the present moment, we really lose touch with a lot of our senses. So if anxiety is very mind driven, grounding helps us get back into the body.
Yeah, that disconnection from the mind and body is so evident when we're feeling anxious because we're constantly, like you said, we're in the and we actually wouldn't have a clue maybe what's going on in our body and what the message is our body's trying to tell us.
Cool. So we're getting to our first practice, which is a visualization exercise. So it's kind of like a bit of a mini meditation, but it is something that you can easily simplify and use in the moment as well, just taking the core visuals that I'm going to talk you guys through. You can do this either sitting down or standing. You could honestly probably do this lying down as well, but I think what's really helpful is to make sure that your feet are touching the ground. You want to get comfortable, and then you're gently going to close down your eyes and you're going to take a deep breath in and a slow breath out. So we'll take a few more breaths here. We're just going to soften and get ourselves into a little bit more of a relaxation mode. And if you can, try and make your exhale a little bit longer than your inhale. Cool. So now we want to bring our awareness to the soles of our feet. So you want to notice the feeling of the ground beneath you. Maybe if you're wearing shoes, you can tune into the texture. How's that feeling? You might notice the temperature of the air around you. We're just really connecting into the moment here. Now we're going to imagine roots sprouting from the bottom of our feet. And with each breath, these roots are growing stronger and steadier. With each breath, they're extending down through the floor, through all the layers of the earth, going deeper and deeper, and growing until they reach a center point where they're going to anchor themselves. Now you might notice as that anchoring takes place, a sense of calm. We're just going to take a moment here, really tune in to how that feels. Do you feel a sense of stability? Do you feel a wave of calmness? Maybe a sense of relief? So focusing on our breath, with each inhale, I want you to imagine drawing that calm, steady energy up through the roots, so through the soles of your feet, and allow it to flow through your body. With each exhale, we're going to release any tension or stress, letting it travel down through your body, out through the soles of your feet, where it is absorbed and transformed in the ground beneath you. Now, if you notice any areas of tightness or tension in your body here, you can actually imagine your breath on the inhale traveling to those places. And then on your exhale, you're going to visualize that tension leaving that part of your body through the roots, back to the earth. And we're just going to take a few more breaths here. So on your inhale, breathing in that sense of security and calm. And on your exhale, releasing any stress or tension. All right, and when you're ready, we're going to gently bring our awareness back to the present moment. Maybe we're wiggling our fingers, our toes, rolling our shoulders, whatever feels comfortable for you. And then we're going to take a final deep breath, sighing on that exhale, and gently opening our eyes.
When you're connecting into Mother Earth and you're kind of just like giving her all your worries, and all your stresses.
I think what's really cool is when we think of anxiety, like we keep saying, it's very much in the mind. And our body is something physical. So our mind is non-physical, but our body is obviously very physical. And the earth, nature is also physical. So we're vibrating at that same frequency. And so when we really take a moment to ground ourselves, we're connecting into that stability, right? That same frequency that we need to kind of level ourselves out. And like you say, we're able to really release anything that no longer serves us. Energetically, it's a very powerful practice, but also because when you're visualizing, and we talked about this when we took you guys through how to do the emotional rehearsal exercise, your body doesn't know the difference between what is real and what is a powerful visualization.
Yeah, the nervous system, it responds the same way, right? If you think of it as a thermometer, and if you're feeling really anxious, you might be up in the red, and you might be getting like your body's like bleeding, like, oh, that's too hot. I'm really hot. I'm really overstimulated, overwhelmed. Doing this exercise, even if it only brings you down like 2 or 3, maybe still in the orange, you're noticing how your body is starting to calm, and that's progress. We're not striving to be perfect and completely zen all the time. We're just wanting progress, and we're wanting to practice the ability to be able to self-regulate and bring ourselves down.
Totally, because life is it's ups and downs. You're never going to always be centered, but it's about noticing when you're feeling disconnected and having the tools in your tool belt to be able to center yourself once again, even if that only lasts 5 minutes.
It's progress.
It's progress.
All right, so we've got one more practice for you guys, and actually there's different ways that you can do this one. So because we've got a little bit of time, maybe I might take you through 2 different ways of doing it. So this is called the 3-3-3 method, and I find this is really good because you can use it whenever. No one's going to know what you're doing. And so once you notice that you are feeling overwhelmed, that you're feeling quite anxious, and you've caught that thought, or you've caught that response, this is something that's going to help you. If we're thinking about that thermostat, it's going to bring you down a few pegs. So Nicole, if you would like to be the guinea pig, what I want you to do is that I want you to look around the room and just note to yourself 3 things that you can see. Right, this one's a little bit more tricky. I want you to notice 3 things that you can hear. Yeah. And now I want you to reach out and I want you to touch 3 things. And as you're touching them, just describe what they are, what they feel like, what textures they are.
Okay, so I'm touching my notebook, and that has a very smooth paper-like texture. And then my computer, which is also smooth, but it's kind of metal, so it kind of catches a little bit. What else? And then, because I'm not very tidy this morning, I have my son's pajama pants, which is a very different texture because it's a very like soft cotton material.
What I want you to do now is I want you to do that exercise again. So 3 things that you can see, and just notice them for yourself. Guys watching, follow along. And then 3 different things that maybe that you can smell. If you have a coffee cup handy, it might be the coffee cup. It might be
actually.
Yeah, it might be your clothes. It might be just random different things.
What's
Your pajama, the pajama pants. Yeah.
Sorry.
And then, no, that's okay. And then to end this one, 3 different body parts that you can move. So as you can see, it doesn't matter what 333 you use, but it's just using your senses is the main thing, and you can change it up each time that you go through it. There's no right or wrong. But how are you feeling in your body?
I'm feeling very centered. This is a method I've used before, except my favorite part is when you tune into things that you can hear. I don't know, like for me, that's the most powerful practice, and it might be different for everybody. But when I'm starting to feel myself dysregulated, really tune in to the sounds around me and then try and extend how far I can hear. Does that make sense?
What it's doing is activating that parasympathetic in your nervous system. So it's encouraging you to get out of that stress loop and into your rest and digest, which is your calm, where you feel like you can relax. And so if something is causing anxiety, doing something like this, and it's easy to remember 333, it's allowing you to come to a place where you can respond versus react. That's building resilience. Life is going to keep lifing. Things are going to keep coming up that are going to cause us to feel anxious and stress or out of control. But when we can implement simple tools like 333, that allows us to come to a place where we can respond to those stresses rather than feel out of control and react. All right, fantastic. We'll see you guys next time.